Hello everybody, I'm Nathan. I'm the founder of Trafford Watch Company, and today we're looking at the Touring GMT, and I'm going to show you how to set the time, adjust the date, and yeah, let's take a look. So there's two types of GMT movements. There's ones that are meant for people that are staying home and want to call people that are in a different time zone, and so they like to set the extra GMT hand to a completely different time zone somewhere on the other side of the world, and that's called a caller's GMT. What this one has is called a true GMT or a traveler's GMT, and that's for somebody that goes traveling a lot and wants to keep track of the time back home and make it very easy to change the time for the local hands for wherever they're traveling to. So that's what this one is. So the first thing that I like to do is to set the GMT hand. With the Touring GMT, you can see around the edge we have 24 hours. That's pretty normal for a GMT. Usually, a GMT watch will have military time going around the edge, so 1 through 24. And this does have 24 hours going around the edge, but it is slightly different because we're doing two 12-hour sections. AM is on the right side of the watch, 1 through 12, and you'll see the little moon at the bottom and the sun at the top, and then PM is on the left side. Something else that's a little bit different with this watch is that normally midnight on the GMT ring, normally midnight will be right up at 12 o'clock on the dial. We flip it to where midnight is at the bottom. And I'll tell you the reasoning behind that. Conceptually, it's just supposed to mirror the idea of daytime, sun is up, sun is in the sky, moon, the sun is down, so midnight is right at the bottom. The other really important thing to note with this watch is that the colors around the edge on the GMT section are important. The top section is usually a light color, and that represents daytime, and the bottom section is dark, and that represents nighttime. So the idea here is that it's kind of a GMT for non-GMT people, right? It's for folks that don't care much about the exact time back home. They just want to know kind of what part of the day it is. So at a glance, quickly with this, I can see that back home, it's almost the middle of the day. Or back home, it's almost nighttime, a good time to call the kids, instead of, oh, it's 16:30 back home. What does that mean? So really, without having to read any numbers on the GMT part, you should be able to tell, okay, what time of the day is it back home? Okay, back on topic. Let's set the GMT hand. So we're going to say that back home it is 3:30 in the afternoon. 3:20, let's be specific. So we're going to pull the crown out all the way to its third position, and then you can see as you rotate this, yeah, it's adjusting the big main hands, the orange hands here. We call those the local hands because they keep track of the local time. Those adjust while the GMT hand also adjusts. So what I like to recommend is when you're setting the GMT hand, don't even worry about the main hour hand. Doesn't matter where that is. Just look at the GMT hand and the numbers that it's attached to on the very outer ring and your minutes hand. So we're going to get the GMT hand set to 3 in the afternoon, and that's pointing right at it right now. And then we said it's going to be 3:20 back home. Now we start looking at the minutes hand, and we set that to the 20-minute. You'll see the GMT hand just went past 3 o'clock on that outer ring. So once I have my GMT hand set, and you can see the seconds hand has stopped as well when you're setting that. Once you have the GMT hand set, you can set your local hands. So I push the crown in just a little bit to the second position, And when I do that, you can see that just the hour hand adjusts and the seconds hand is moving again. So the timekeeping isn't being affected here. All you're moving when it's in the second position is the hour hand. So let's say where I am right now is 8 o'clock, 8:20 in the evening. I'm going to move my hour hand until it's just past 8 o'clock. And there we go. So that's kind of set. And I can tell if it's AM or PM because the date changes when you're going past PM into AM. So when I go past here, I see the date changed. So I know that this time around I'm in AM, and that date's not going to change when I go around again. And I'll come over here to 8 PM. So we're at 8:20, 8:21 in the afternoon now. And if that's all correct, I can push back in the crown and screw it in, and I'm good to go. And if I'm traveling and I hop over one more time zone, I can just quickly pull that crown out to the second position and adjust that local hour hand to where it needs to be. Super easy. I love that about this movement. So that's all good. The next thing we need to look at is how to set the date. And the date is really my only negative about this movement. There's no dedicated position in the crown to just quickly adjust the date. You have to roll it around 24 hours, so 2 times to adjust the date, which sounds terrible, but you don't do it when you're in this adjusting everything. If you're adjusting the minutes, that's not when you adjust the date. Put it back in that second position where you're just adjusting the hour, and then you can roll it around really quick, and you can get through the days really fast. So going around 2 times moves the date forward 1 time. Now you're probably thinking, that's going to take forever if I've gone past the date. Well, the good thing, my friend, is that this also goes backwards. So you can roll the hour hand backwards and the date will go backwards as well. So the good thing is that you're only ever 15 days away from the correct date. And it's very easy to just roll that around to get to the right date. So once you're done with everything, you've set the date, you can screw in the crown. Oh, and I should also mention the date is tied to the local hands. The date is not tied to the GMT hand. So if I roll the GMT hand, pull it out all the way, if I roll that around to where the GMT hand crosses midnight down at the bottom, it will not change the date. So the date is dependent on the local hands. So you'll see if I click it into the second position and roll the hour hand around, it changes at midnight for that, not the GMT hand. So there you go. That is how you set your Touring GMT. If you have any questions, you can always reach out to us, shoot me an email, and I'll do my best to answer it. Appreciate it, guys. Thank you.